This animation is produced by Massacre Films, a project by a Canada-based independent animator who uses artificial intelligence tools to create original films that would otherwise be impossible or very unlikely for him to produce them on the traditional way. The animator is responsible for all aspects of the production, except for the VFX, the soundtrack, and the majority of the SFX, which are licensed from content licensing companies that pay the creators. Adding the creators of the soundtrack and SFX in the credits is just a form to provide them credit for their art. Crediting these creators does not imply their involvement or endorsement of this story or its contents. The animator also performs the voice acting for all the characters in the animation, using various techniques to alter his natural voice and match the personality of each character. In this animation, Yewande, the heroes are black people, and the animator respects and honors their culture and history. The animator does not intend to mock or caricature any black character, but rather to glorify them. This story is fictional. By watching this animation, you acknowledge and understand that the scenes and actions in this animation do not necessarily reflect the personal opinion of the creator. This story is set in an alternate universe. The author does not mean to defame or offend any real institution, company, person, state, or national symbol. This production is made in Canada and is protected by the right to freedom of expression guaranteed by Section 2 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This right is subject to reasonable limits prescribed by law that can be demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. This animation has many scenes of violence and injustice. By watching this animation, you acknowledge and understand that the author does not condone or agree with these practices, but rather criticizes them. These scenes may be unsuitable for some audiences. Please watch at your own discretion.
Our kids are crossing Avenida Suburbana right now. They should be reaching the bridge point in 15 minutes.
Senhoras e senhores, agradecendo a todos que compareceram ao nosso baile de máscaras anual, é com grande prazer que apresento a vocês os resultados financeiros dos nossos empreendimentos para o ano de 2054. Este ano foi um grande sucesso para o empresariado baiano. As exportações dos nossos minérios brutos como vanádio, urânio, níquel, diamante e mármore azul tiveram um aumento de 10% em relação ao ano passado. Fica aqui o nosso agradecimento e reconhecimento a todos os colaboradores que trabalharam duro para que batêssemos ela, a mera.
Não, muito bom, muito bom.
Dando prosseguimento à apresentação, mencionaremos agora o case de sucesso da aromatização completa da semeadura e colheita de mais alguns frutos nobres. Além da economia nos custos de produção, a automação nos permitiu diminuir 5% de toda a mão de obra do setor agrícola. Além do benefício que o desemprego mais alto traz na redução de salários, dessa nova safra de desempregados, aqueles que tiverem visão de negócio, os mais esforçados, merecedores, serão devidamente incorporados ao ramo de resíduos sólidos. Esses novos empreendedores nos ajudarão a escalar ainda mais nossas explorações de minerais raros, obtidos da já bem estabelecida indústria de reciclagem de lixo ocidental. Mas nem tudo são flores. Quando há aumento no desemprego, com os salários sendo puxados para baixo, é natural que haja algumas revoltas e indignações por parte da massa amorfa, mas é justamente para corrigir isso que o governo e a Guarda Canavieira trabalham. Que novidades temos aí, Cyber-Major Ubirajara?
Muito boa noite a todos os nossos amos aqui presentes. É uma satisfação enorme estar aqui falando pelo holograma com vocês. É com grande orgulho que apresento a vocês a nova aquisição da Cyber-Guarda Canavieira. 10 unidades da nossa caveira aquática, num investimento de R$1 bilhão. E eu nem vou falar mais, porque eu trouxe a brochura em vinda aqui que a Covarde Technologies forneceu.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. 감사합니다.
Muito obrigado. In a world of constant transformation and new challenges on securing the peace without voice, we thank you for your trust and for embracing the Covard way. We are very excited to brief to all this VIP audience the new federal government contract that will definitely assure the well-known safety, cordiality, and racial democracy the captaincy of Bahia is famous for. Bulletproof and equipped with 6 machine guns, 2 grenade launchers, 1 torpedo launcher and 1 rocket launcher, it is the most adequate vehicle to suppress street protests and to do drug seizing operations on the slums, allowing our well-respected clients to have a faster turnover on selling their drugs wholesale. The Covard's Aquatic Skull, this masterpiece of the defense engineering, combining the best of technology, performance, and aesthetics, is not just a special operations military vehicle. It's a statement. It shows that your caste is not afraid to use force when necessary, and that you are ready to exercise authority on guaranteeing the return on your investments. Covard is more than proud to continue serving you in this successful centenary journey of glory, ready for the new challenges, while keeping your best traditions.
Covarde! Covarde! Soldado de merda!
Covard Technologies. Empowering your supremacy.
Woo!
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Everything is beautiful from the above. And what can I help you?
Nodding, I'm just making a standard social interaction.
I'm very happy to speak with a Golden Dot member of the society, especially with a South African. I've never met a Golden Dot South African before.
You will see more. Me and many other people were expelled from there.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, sir.
No big deal. I used to own a ridiculous small diamond mine there. They seized a good part of my savings. But this is a part of life. Money come, money goes. I'm glad I'm back in Bahia. This thriving society, land of opportunities. I'm on the process to start a new mine over here, employ people, help the communities.
I'm sad to hear that you had your mine stolen in South Africa by those dictators. But I'm happy to know that you are opening a new one here. The captaincy of Bahia will always receive everyone with our open arms. We are a warm and welcoming people.
Hell yeah. I'm loving this place. This paradise. Look at this obscene view. The beautiful All Saints Bay. It's a pretty good place to live and even to die. I want to live here until the end.
Listening to things like this enhances my pride of being Captaincy Bahian and Captaincy Brazilian.
I love mine, and now ours, glorious fatherland. Welcome to Bahia.
They made it, guys. I repeat, they are out.
Mission accomplished. And one more time, our heroine Yewande saves the day.
You are being too nice with me, George. They are the real heroes. They are risking their lives on the name of the Pan-Africanism.
I'm not trying to be nice. I'm just expressing the fact that the African freedom is incomplete without the freedom of all the diaspora. And Yewande, this 20 years old young dreamer who left the theory from the academies, is now, in practice, making this liberation possible. But I understand your point. I can't wait for the contributions these little black Beethovens will bring to our motherland. I will make sure that each of them will be able to work on their full potential. Do you want to see what I already arranged for them? So let's take a look over here. So first, this guy. Rapson Pereira D. Jesus. He was one of those so-called entrepreneurs of the Western garbage recycling industry. But he went further than simply finding metal, melting and exporting it back to Rome. Every time he found a boat part or car part that could be useful on assembling a new boat, he would then purchase that part from the landfill lord and slowly assemble a new vehicle at his home, to be sold. Each time the Cybersugar King guard went to his hood to seize his homemade boats over piracy charges, he got angrier. And one day he finally vented about that injustice on social media. The Covard's AI fact-checking social media monitoring tool tracked his post, and then their Cybersugar King guard already had scheduled the operation to pay him a visit. But our hacker girl Kelly discovered the plan by spying Covard, and reached Robson with the instructions for an urgent evacuation among the group of this week. Thankfully, everything went right, and we will meet Robson in some minutes here in this submarine as they reach us. I managed to get him an entry-level job of QA in the largest vehicle manufacturing company in Nigeria. They are paying really well right now, and I'm sure he will easily grow on his career shortly after his arrival. We still have some minutes before they arrive, so let me talk about Dennis, the Rasta man. He was a fervent theology student. He believed that the Christian, Yoruba, Muslim, and Rastafari faiths that helped to form the spiritual reality of Salvador had a lot to offer in creating a fair and harmonious society. Despite the adverse circumstances, he went door on door asking for donatives to distribute to those in need. He also provided educational and spiritual guidance. However, his noble work has not gone unnoticed by the Jacques Murdoch cult, a fanatical and oppressive sect that considers all the other faiths as heathens. Each day, with more religious temples being destroyed by the sect and more violence carried out against the religious people like Dennis, the only path for him was to retreat and come with us. For the beginning of his new life in Africa, I got him a job in Sheshemane, Ethiopia, a vibrant city that received Africans from the whole diaspora on the last century, especially Afro-Americans and Jamaicans, Rastaman, like him. In this multicultural city, idealized by the Emperor Haile Selassie, land was granted to African diaspora families who wanted to live there. In Sheshemane, Dennis will continue to provide his charity projects, working directly with the organizations that smuggle food to the hereditary captaincies of Brazil, which produce enough food to feed 1.6 billion people, but restrict
Jesus
food access
Christ.
to their population to
Oh
keep
my
the
God.
engine running.
Bro, what the fuck?
What the hell is going on? You always stay here. Tell them I'm coming.
George, we We need to think on a strategy. If we snipe them, it will reveal our location and jeopardize the whole operation.
Snipe? I'm not a coward. I will use my assault rifle. These sugar can demons will never know about the submarine.
I can't open. He locked the door.
Vindo em nossa direção. Bora metralhar ele primeiro.
George, can you hear me?
They are gone.
No, there is one of them still alive.
He's downed. He can't stand up to shoot, neither I can shoot him. I suffered no harm. I'm coming back to the submarine. Our boys will be safe.
Acabar com essa palhaçada agora.